Hey everyone, welcome back to another New World video. I hope that everybody is having an absolutely fantastic day. And in today's video, I want to teach you guys how to use the market to make you the most amount of money that you possibly can, so you don't have to do anything if you don't want to. You can come into the game, do this at the beginning of every session, basically do whatever you're going to be doing, whether it's a chest run up in Shadow Mountain, or maybe you want to do, I don't know, an expedition. Maybe you just want to do whatever, and then you want to come back and make some money on it. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do that here in today's video. Now, I've definitely made videos like this before, but hopefully this is going to be some newer tips and tricks. I do play on the Eden server, so these things have been identified here on the Eden server. And obviously, the other thing that I got to say is everything that we're going to cover in today's video, some things might apply to your server and some things definitely won't apply to your server. But this will teach you guys how to identify the things that will make you a significant amount of money in the shortest amount of time possible. Now, when we do deal with anything on the market, I try to make at least 3x at the when prices are a lot higher. As an example, like void or something that's selling for hundreds or maybe thousands of gold, then there's some leeway there, because obviously if you're buying something for 1,000 and you're able to sell it for 1,500, making $500 per item, that's a pretty good return on investment. You don't have to deal with many, and you don't have to have that 3x return value. I mean, obviously if you're making 3x and making $2,000 per item profit, or even $3,000 profit, I mean, that's a significant amount of money that anybody would like to be able to make. But when we're dealing with not making, not doing anything, we're not focusing on making thousands, we're making hundreds. Some of the things I will make thousands. I will let you guys know that at one point I was down to 32,000. I went and did a chest run up in Shadow Mountain. I bought all the things that I wanted. After the chest run was done, came back to Monarch Bluffs and then basically relisted everything. I logged off, came back like 2 hours later, and I went from 32,000 up to 39,000, and since then I've actually placed more buy orders. So I made $7,000 profit from some of the things that I had done up in Shadow Mountain. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any video proof of that, but I can show you guys some of the orders that are currently open. Again, this is on the Eden server, and I can show you guys some of the things that have expired recently. So hopefully you guys can see that I do this a lot when it comes to buy orders, and you can actually see like the sell orders as well. All right, so those are some of the things that I've gotten involved with. Some of them are things that I've just gotten from doing things in the world, and some things are buy orders as well. That's why I showed you both. All right, so let's go and take a look at probably my most recent one, which is cooking oil. Now, this is identified here on the Eden server once again, and it's not going to be the same for you guys, but it could be better, could be worse. It might not be an opportunity at all, but it only uses 2 ingredients to craft. What's nice about both of these is this is selling for like 20 cents. This is selling for like 20 cents. So your total investment is 40 cents. Pretty minimal. 40 cents to make $2.25. Yes, sign me up. Even if I have to buy these two separately, craft it together myself, and then go ahead and relist it, it's really not spending a whole lot of time. I'd easily buy 200 of each, craft 200 of these, get a little bit of a bonus just because of getting that bonus, that cooking bonus that you would have, especially if you're putting on any of the clothing that are associated with it, and then getting that bonus and then selling it, you're going to make additional money. But what's interesting about this is I told you 40 cents was the total, but I'm trying to buy it right now for 27 cents. So I'm saving 13 cents per, and that's including some of the fees. Now, ultimately, all I have to do with the fees is sell like 2 or 3 of these, and I'm trying to buy 200 of them. I understand that my profit is like 8 times or 8x what I'm putting into it, which is great. But realistically, I only have to sell 2 or 3 of these to break even with it. So that's pretty good. And that's just for buying it. Obviously, I'll have transaction fees when I go in and list it to sell it, and you'll have that. But I'll make about $400 total profit for really doing no work at all. And those are some of the things that you guys need to identify. Is $400 a lot of coin in New World? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. And it depends on what stage and what level you're at, because anybody at any stage can get involved in the trading post and buy and sell at any point in time. It doesn't matter what your current level is. You can start doing it right away. So you don't have to be a level 60 if you don't want to be. You might not even be able to have access to certain areas on the map where certain things and certain ingredients might be at in order to actually make a ton of profit from it. So $400 for a level 1 character is obviously pretty good. Some $400 for some level 60 characters are pretty good too, because they just don't have any coin or any money on them. The other thing that was really interesting to me is the other day or over the weekend is strawberries there's like none of these on the market at all. They're selling for roughly $4.50 a piece. I actually bought these for about 30 cents a piece and was able to sell them for about $5 a piece. That is a 15 times return on investment. Now, this doesn't happen very often, but I was able to do this with Azoff as well. I was able to buy them for under 10 coins, and I was able to actually sell them for like 120 a piece. So that was a huge profit, because we're dealing with a much greater profit. I mean, the profit, you know, the times, like the 12 times is going to be the same, but we're dealing with a thing that's selling for 120 coins versus only like 5 coins. So it just kind of depends on what you're getting involved with. It depends on how much money you can get in the long run. Now, you can focus on things that sell for a little bit more money, and some of the gems actually do decently with that. An example would be a pristine pearl. Let's go pristine pearl right here. They're selling for 250 a piece, which there's not even that many on the market. But look at what people are buying them for. 81. So yeah, I understand that that's a 3x return on profit, so that's great. That's what you want to get involved with. But realistically, you only have to sell like 10 of these and you're making $1,000 profit. Actually, as an example, I'm going to go ahead and get involved with this. I'm actually going to offer that, and we're going to buy 50 of them. I'm going to put $4,000 into the market right now, and I have no problem doing that. So my total fee is $110 to get 50 of them. This is why I try to buy in larger bulk if possible, just because the fees, because you have the front end fees, which I have to sell basically realistically 2 of these on the front end, and then I'm gonna have to sell 2 of them on the back. So that means 4 of these total are just gonna cover my fees. So I want to be able to cover that. So let's place that order. So realistically, my total risk right there was $110. There's repair bills from doing expeditions that are more than $110, and you're not going to obviously make anywhere near this amount of money by doing an expedition or really doing whatever else. So that's a really good example. You know, you could look at some of the diamonds, pristine diamonds. Let's see here, pristine diamond, 116. 37, so that's roughly a 3x. That's actually okay. So that's something that we could actually get involved with if we want. The reason that I really like the pearls is you don't have to cut them, so you could you can trade them back and forth at any time, which is fantastic, right? So let's go and take a look at like diamond. Cut pristine diamond. What are these selling for? 87. Okay, so definitely not worth it to cut them, and they're not even selling for 2x. Okay, so yeah, you want to sell in the raw ingredient, and actually that tells me that the diamonds, the pristine diamond on themselves probably isn't really worth it, just because the cut ones should not be worth less than the non-cut ones. That should not be a thing. It definitely shouldn't be. So I probably wouldn't get involved with that. So we got the cut pristine onyx here, or pristine onyx, and we can buy them for about 200. That's not even a 2x, so it's probably something that I wouldn't get involved with. I was getting involved with a lot of these at one point in time, just because of this, but this is some newer information that I've never covered here on the channel, is actually dealing with some of the the buying and trading of these, just because they are very expensive. I mean, if you're gonna put an order for 50 of these guys, that's a lot of money that you're gonna have to tie up into the market. And I get that a lot of people don't have that amount of money to put into it, but that's fine. You can risk what you want to put in there, but just don't put a buy order in for a small amount, because you have to make money. If you're going to be playing the markets, just like any stock market or whatever, this is financial advice, you got to be willing to risk money to make money, right? And you got to cover your fees with the money that you're risking. So if you can't cover the fees realistically with what you got trading, then don't get involved with it. But there you go. That's the information that I got for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure that you guys go in and like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. But until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing because you're already doing it, and you guys stay gaming.